just starting training camp, and here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked on by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Tannehill. And we'll flip this out to Huntley. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Seven yards there and a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
The handoff. Now Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And Tannehill's got the 1st as he slides to a hole. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Akers. Trucks over it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Tannehill going to get this out quickly. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm here, my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Titans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Wilson to Mims for a New York first. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff. Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Over the middle. Caught by Mims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 22-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And first kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys, maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Tannehill. Man open, here's Jones. The 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Akers, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 6 yards away. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you got to take care of the football in order to win it.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Into the 2nd down, past the 40. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson able to connect with Mims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st down, Wilson. Screen play, Johnson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And Folk's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Akers has got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Off play action, Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Play action, it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. Able to get, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Okay, you know the bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Brown has the first down and much more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A.J. Brown is starting to get a well-deserved reputation as one of the top-flight receivers in the NFL. Went over 1,000 yards in his first 2 years. Makes another strong catch there.
They run here with Jason Huntley. They find some open field here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
To try again after the sack. Wilson forced out to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Powers through, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Buying time to his left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Johnson running right. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Play action. It's Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. Monty Rice brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Crowder now to return. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over first and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Looking downfield for Jones. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point up and through, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Again, it's Johnson. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing now, Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys?
Right, yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tennessee, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.